Welcome back on Wake Up Cricket powered by Pavilion Picks. It's 8 a.m. and my god, there's so much to talk about. The Punjab Kings, the Mumbai Indians, the Indian team is finally back on the field. So if you're bored of the IPL, tonight's the night you have to watch out for the Indian team. Now, before we get into all of that and what's happened in the world of cricket and what's coming up, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get into it.
Good stuff up front if you're a Punjab Kings fan, as Punjab Kings chased down 196 in a canter as Prabhsimran, Iyer, Trump de Kock. Trump de Kock implies, obviously, doing better than de Kock in eventually run of things. Punjab Kings continued their unbeaten run in IPL 2026 with a commanding 7 wicket win over Mumbai Indians, chasing down 196 in just 16.3 overs. Despite a sensational comeback century from Quinton de Kock, who scored 112 of 60 balls, Mumbai's total of 195 for 6 proved insufficient. De Kock became only the third player to score IPL hundreds for three different teams, but lacked support as the rest of the batting lineup faltered. Punjab's chase was powered by a dominant partnership between Prabhsimran Singh and Shreyas Iyer. Prabhsimran remained unbeaten on 80 of 39 balls, while Iyer smashed 66 of 35, registering his third consecutive half century. The duo took control after early wickets and never allowed Mumbai back into the contest. Earlier, Ashdeep Singh set the tone with the ball, picking up 3 for 22. He was struck early to dismiss. In fact, he struck early to dismiss Suryakumar Yadav for a golden duck and used both swing and reverse effectively to restrict Mumbai scoring in the latter half. A late flourish looked possible with contributions from Namandhir, who scored 50 of 31, but disciplined dead bowling ensured Mumbai fell short by around 20 runs. Brief resistance came through debutant spinner Allah Ghazanfar, who picked up two early wickets in the chase, but Punjab's aggressive approach in the power play and middle overs proved too strong. With this win, Punjab Kings make it 5 wins in 5 games, while Mumbai Indians slumped to their fourth consecutive defeat, raising serious concerns about their campaign.
There is so much to talk about from this game, right? For starters, Quinton de Kock playing his first game and scoring 100 already. You might wonder why he was sitting out in the first place. But then if he didn't perform, a lot of people would just say, well, you know why he was sitting out. But yeah, Rohit Sharma not playing again, and then Surya Kumar Yadav not scoring a lot of runs. Even Tilak Verma getting a start, sort of scoring 8 of 3 and getting run out. You expect Verma to bat in the top of the order, but you saw in the latter half of the World Cup where he was batting lower middle order, and he did score a lot of runs. And Mumbai Indians were possibly trying that. Hardik Pandya not in the best of forms with the bat or the ball. The Mumbai Indians have a lot of superstars, but not a lot of people are contributing. I want to also say, unfortunately, even Jasprit Bumrah, I feel like we've jinxed it by calling him the best bowler in the world repeatedly. The fact that he bowled 10 overs, went for more than 40 runs, going at an economy of more than 10, again getting no wickets, has gotten 0 wickets in this IPL. Yet, not yet, where you have the other World Cup opening bowler, Harshdeep Singh bowling a spectacular spell, getting those 3 wickets, getting the World Cup winning captain out for a duck, and then you had Shreyas Iyer getting that outstanding catch. You can't, no words can describe it enough. Getting Hardik Pandya out and then him coming out with the bat and scoring runs with Prabhsimran Singh. I mean, Punjab Kings winning 5 out of 5. Ricky Ponting will be a proud man, and hopefully, for the Punjab Kings' sake, they can go the long way.
Ricky Bonding, before the start of the tournament, mentioned that they are better than they were last year, and the results at the moment proving so. Though it's not Trump who's a part of their team, nonetheless, there's a lot that's happening in the comment section. Ashwin, are you Aswin or Ashwin is one of the talking points there. Nonetheless, India versus South Africa T20I series sets stage for World Cup showdown. Indian women's team and South African women's team renewed their rivalry in a five-match T20I series months after their high-stakes clash in the Women's ODI World Cup final. With the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026 around the corner, the series serves as a crucial tune-up for both sides. India come into the contest in strong form, having won four consecutive series, including a notable triumph over Australia. Their batting unit looks settled, led by Smriti Mandhana and Harmanpreet Kaur, both of whom topple the run charts in the Women's Premier League. With a deep squad and multiple pace options, India appear well balanced heading into the World Cup. South Africa, on the other hand, have more questions to answer. They're coming off a heavy 4-1 series defeat to New Zealand women's team, while their batting struggled significantly. Captain Laura Bolvat will be looking for improved performances, especially with key players like Marisan Kapp unavailable due to injury. The series will be played across three venues, starting at Kingsmead Cricket Ground before moving to the Wanderers Stadium, concluding in Willowmore Park. Emerging players will also be in focus. South Africa's young all-rounder Anare Dirksen and power hitter Kyla Reneke will look to step up, while India could hand opportunities to rising talents like Kashvi Gautam and Anushka Sharma. While both teams placed in the same World Cup group alongside Australia, the series could offer an early glimpse into a potential semi final decider. While India may start as slight favourites, South Africa's hunger to bounce back ensures a fiercely competitive contest.
First of all, Channel 2, I appreciate the loyalty. You've been loyal to us. And yes, my name is Aswin. You've spelled it absolutely spot on. But sticking with the T20 squad, the T20 series that's coming up starting tonight, I feel like a lot of people should watch out for it. Of course, it's not the best of time because the matches only started around 9 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Today starting at 9:30 p.m. But India start off as favorites, absolutely. There is no doubt. It will be a disappointment if they go to England with a series loss, because for starters, India has never lost a series in South Africa, a T20 series in South Africa, albeit the try series we did lose it, and South Africa did come out on top against the West Indies, India, and South Africa. But a T20 series in South Africa, India hasn't lost. And this in itself should be a positive. But more than anything, if you look at the squads on paper, India just are just a far better side. And heading into the T20 World Cup, you would hope that the Indian team get a lot of things right. Except, right, as a fan, you need to understand a couple of things. You need to understand if this Indian team is trying to win the series in South Africa, looking at conditions in South Africa, or are they looking to build a squad going into England and hoping that they get their balance right the second the World Cup starts, because the World Cup is in England. So, do you cater to the series in South Africa and the conditions to South Africa, or do you cater to the World Cup that's coming up and find a balanced squad to the conditions there? That will be an interesting thing to watch out for. But regardless, I will be shocked if India lose the series going to England. It will be a very big disappointment. But yeah, I don't see that happening in the first place.
Moving on, CSK blow. Khalil Ahmed ruled out of IPL 2026, injury woes mount. Chennai Super Kings have suffered a major setback in IPL 2026 with left arm pacer Khalil Ahmed ruled out for the remainder of the tournament due to a right quadricep injury. The franchise confirmed that the injury will take more than 12 weeks to heal. Khalil picked up the injury during CSK's clash against Kolkata Knight Riders on April 14th, leaving the field midway through his final over. This development adds to CSK's growing injury concerns. MS Dhoni continues to recover from a calf injury and has already missed multiple matches, while overseas pacer Nathan Ellis has been ruled out of the entire season. His replacement, Spencer Johnson, is also yet to join the squad as he recovers from a back issue of his own. Khalil's absence could open up opportunities for young bowlers like Gurjapneet Singh, who completed his over in the previous match, as well as domestic options including Mukesh Chaudhary and Ramakrishna Ghosh. Ghosh, in particular, has impressed in domestic cricket with both ball and bat, emerging as a promising all round option. With just 2 wins from 5 matches, CSK's campaign hangs in balance as they prepare to face Sunrisers Hyderabad next.
Now, Khalil Ahmed missing out for the CSK is a big blow, right? Because even though in 5 matches he's only picked up 2 wickets, he's gone at an economy of 8.6. Now, that's saying something. With the highest wicket takers for the Chennai Super Kings going at an economy of more than 9 and 10, for him to just have an economy of 8.6 is one of the best in this IPL, especially with the amount of 200 plus scores going around. To have an economy of less than 9, you would take that any day of the week, especially if you're a new ball bowler and finishing at the death. Now, CSK, they've had back to back wins, and it's the first time in 23 months that they've had back to back wins in the IPL. And for them to lose out on their opening bowler is a big loss, especially if you're a left arm opening bowler. Khalil Ahmed has been injury prone for the last couple of years. In the IPL, he somehow gets through, but the second the domestic season starts, he always finds himself missing out. There was a period, I think, last year when he was selected for the Indian team as a substitute, and he couldn't even make it to the country. I think it was England. He couldn't even make it to England because by the time they reached, he already found himself being injured. Unfortunate for him, and I feel for him, but he needs to find a way to get through a season without getting injured. Of course, easier said than done. He's a fast bowler, especially a left arm fast bowler, especially an opening bowler, and bowls at the death bowls in every phase of on not just the T20 format, of every format that he plays, but he needs to find a way to get through a season. And for Chennai Super Kings, they will need to find a balance once again. The second they find a balance, the second they win two matches in a row, you're getting an injury player, you're getting an injured player. And it's unfortunate for them. It will be interesting to see if they can replace someone with Khalil Ahmed, and if they do, who would they choose to replace him with? There are a lot of names going around. I saw Umesh Yadav being thrown out on Reddit, and I think he's an interesting pick. He hasn't played a lot of cricket recently, but if Khalil Ahmed is experienced, so is Umesh Yadav, and he's done well in the IPL in the last couple of seasons. So okay, not last couple of seasons, one season in the last couple of years. But yeah, it will be an interesting choice. And MS Dhoni being injured, I feel like that's a news. I don't think he's going to play this year unless CSK is out of the IPL. But yes.
Ashwin, there's such interesting stuff happening in the comment section. Make sure you keep a tab on that. Nonetheless, talking about injuries, Pat Cummins clear to return, targets late April comeback for SRH. Pat Cummins has been cleared to rejoin Sunrisers Hyderabad in the IPL 2026 after recent back scans confirmed that his stress injury has fully healed. Cummins, who had returned to Australia earlier this month for follow up assessments, is now set to fly back to India and is targeting a comeback on April 25th against Rajasthan Royals in Jaipur. The Australian captain has been dealing with a lumbar stress bone injury since August, which limited him to just one international appearance in recent months. He last featured in the Adelaide Test against England, where he played a key role in Australia retaining the Ashes. In his absence, Ishan Kishan has been leading SRH with guidance from Cummins and head coach Daniel Vittori. The team currently sits mid-table with mixed results, showing flashes of brilliance but struggling for consistency. Cummins' return is a major boost for SRH, especially with a demanding schedule ahead and the need for experienced leadership in the latter half of the tournament. Meanwhile, Australia's pace resources continue to be managed carefully. Josh Hazelwood has recently returned to action and is being rotated, while Mitchell Stark is yet to join Delhi Capitals as he recovers from shoulder and elbow injuries. With the packed international calendar looming, fitness for Cummins will be crucial not just for SRH but also for Australia's upcoming test commitments.
Living it up, you saying that I get denied by the timer. I don't think I get denied. If anything, I feel grounded by it. If not, I can just yap away, and most of the time it's just fluff. Right. As bad comments returning to the SRH is a boost in itself, absolutely. And the whole narrative of how the Australian Cricket Board is doing something with the Australian players, not letting them come to India. I feel like the whole facade was a bit blown out of proportions. I'm sure they were a little careful with their Australian bowlers, because why wouldn't you be? They're the three best bowlers in the world combined out there, and you want to be careful with them because, like Megha already talked about, there's a test series coming up, and there's a long test season and World Cups and a lot of things coming up for Australia, and they want to preserve them. But Pat Cummins coming back to the SRH will be important because, right, to be honest, Pat Cummins is not the most dangerous bowler in the IPL. In fact, he's a mid bowler. He doesn't pick up a lot of wickets, but also goes for a lot of runs. But what Pat Cummins gives you in that squad is experience. He's taken the SRS side to a final as the captain. He's rebuilt that squad. He's rebuilt the culture of that team. And you want that experience. He's the test captain for Australia. He and Daniel Vittori work really well. They worked well together for Australia as well. They continue to work well together for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. So Pat Cummins coming in, and Pat Cummins can also contribute with the bat in the lower middle order. So it's not just the bowler, it's not just the captain, but and it is also the batter that you want Sunrisers Hyderabad to have, especially with Pat Cummins' leadership skills. And that's exactly what they're missing out. I'm not saying that Ishan Kishan is a bad captain. He's just not experienced enough. And for Sunrisers to do well and the way they've done well in the last couple of seasons, you want Pat Cummins to come back. You want that positive reinforcement to come back.
Well, guess who else needs positive reinforcement? That's KKR, as they faced must-win clash as Gujarat Titans eye momentum boost. Kolkata Knight Riders are staring at an early crisis in the IPL 2026 as they prepare to take on Gujarat Titans in Ahmedabad. With just 1 point from 5 matches, KKR are rapidly approaching a must-win situation, despite the tournament not yet reaching its halfway stage. KKR struggles have been widespread. Overseas signings like Finn Allen and Cameron Green have failed to deliver, while key Indian players, including Rinku Singh and Ramandeep Singh, are yet to find form. Tactical decisions such as promoting Sunil Lorraine to open have also raised questions, especially with Ajinkya Rahane being pushed down the order. There have been some positives in the bowling department, with Narain regaining rhythm and support coming from Karthik Tyagi and Vaibhav Arora. However, KKR will need a stronger showing from Varun Chakravarti to turn their season around. In contrast, Gujarat Titans are building momentum after a slow start. Captain Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan are an excellent touch, while Joss Butler has rediscovered form with ball. Prasidh Krishna has been a standout performer, and Rashid Khan has returned to his economical best. The match at the Narendra Modi Stadium is expected to favour batters with good bounce for pacers early on. Teams winning the toss are likely to opt to chase, with Gujarat Titans aiming for a third consecutive win and Kolkata Knight Riders fighting to keep their campaign alive. The clash promises high stakes and contrasting momentum.
Fidel saying that, bro, I heard Rahane has the lowest win percentage of any IPL captain. Now, saying any IPL captain is a bit far fetched because there's so many IPL captains. But yeah, Rahane has a win percentage of 32, which is one of the lowest, like heartbreakingly lowest. In fact, Rahane, I don't know where he is on the list. I have to check that up. He's somewhere in the list. Let's just say he's in the top 10, maybe top 10 or top 12. Let's just say top 15 of the captain, of the number of matches that he has captain. And in the top 15, yeah, he is the lowest. 32% is heartbreakingly lowest. And yeah, KKR will need to find a way to win matches. As much as Rahane goes on in press conferences about the batter that he is, the captain that he is, and all of that, and the team that he's building, he hasn't done well as a captain. He hasn't won matches. 32% is very, very low. In fact, in any other team apart from the Kolkata Knight Riders at this point, because of the state in which they find themselves in, he wouldn't be the captain in any other team. And the only reason he is the captain in the Kolkata Knight Riders is, for starters, they wanted Venkatesh Iyer to be the next big thing, but because of the price tag, they couldn't make him the captain because that's just a lot of pressure. And so, not only did Rahane go unsold in the first round, then he was brought back, and then the KKR bought him. And then the obvious choice was to make Rahane the captain because you couldn't make the highest price tag of your team the captain because you're just putting him under the mud against everything in the world. Not only is he an all rounder, Venkatesh Iyer would have been an all rounder. He would have had the highest price tag and then the captain. The second they lose the match, especially when he doesn't perform, the scrutiny would have again blown out of proportion. So one of the only reasons why Rahane became the captain in the first place. He's doing absolutely brilliantly with the bat. Don't get me wrong, but to back him as the captain, we'll see how long that lasts with the Kolkata Knight Riders.
Now, interestingly, Ashwin, amongst the captains with at least 20 or more matches, Ajinkya Rahane's win percentage is indeed lowest. It slipped down to 32.56. Earlier, it
Yep.
was two Sri Lankans in Kumar Sangakkara and Mahela Jayawardene. So, kind of funny. Nonetheless, it's meme time, and we've got a template that might reappear with Ashwin being the memer that he is.
Yeah, that is true. First of all, living it up, he didn't get fact checked. If anything, it was factually accurate. But right, let's go to the meme. This was, if you guys don't know, I mean, new meme template courtesy of Shreyas. You would obviously know it. Suryakumar Yadav and Rohit Sharma's reaction. I feel like the entire dugout's reaction to Shreyas Iyer's catch. Funnily enough, Suryakumar Yadav and Suryakumar Yadav and Rohit Sharma are from Mumbai. This was happening in Wankhede, and Shreyas Iyer is from Mumbai, plays for Mumbai Cricket Association. And so it was just good to see this reaction. To be honest, this was the reaction from everyone in the world watching that match when Shreyas Iyer got that catch. Technically, he didn't catch it, but it was because of him that the catch happened to begin with. And it was also his reaction that just summed it up, right? The like people talk about Hardik Pandya and his aura and the attitude. I feel like Shreyas Iyer was right up there. He got the catch, he looked towards the crowd, told the crowd to cheer, I guess, I mean, to speak up or whatever. But there was no big celebration. He just walked away. I mean, there was no running around, there was no poses. He did what he had to and then walked away as the captain. And then, yeah, and even in the post match press conference, funnily enough, when he was asked, what do you think was what changed in the match, what moment? And the first thing he said was, my catch. And it takes a lot to say that as the captain to be able to say that. Now see, a lot of people might see that and call that arrogance, but man, if you have to play in the highest level, especially if you've been consistent the last couple of years and not been picked for the Indian team and also gone through so many injuries, for him to do that, for him to come back to continue scoring, to be one of the most underrated ODI players for the Indian team. In fact, according to me, he's been the best ODI player. He's been clutch for the Indian team. And so for him to go through all of this, you gotta be a little arrogant because you know what you're capable of. You know, you have that confidence in you. You've been playing well in the last couple of seasons. You're the captain of the team. You just pulled off a spectacular catch. For you to do all of this, I mean, might as well have some arrogance. I mean, if you're able to back that arrogance up with runs and catches like that, might as well. But yeah, that template, I love it because That was the reaction from everyone. It says so much about professional sport, right? Because these guys would have seen catches like this time and again, and for them to see it and for them to have this reaction like this just says something about professional sport. How even the most professionals get surprised when people
Hmm.
pull off the impossible, and then there's us, not professionals, and you watch that on TV and you're just simply in awe. And that being said, Mega, I'm going to put you on spot because I have no idea what tonight's
Hmm.
game is, even though I should, because I was focusing on the India game because in my head that's more important to me. So, what is tonight's IPL game?
It's Gujarat Titans versus KKR. But
Oh,
by the way, uh,
yes,
Shreyas Iyer has been quoting Zlatan Ibrahimovic, so you do expect such quotes to
yes.
come out of him, and maybe some years down the line, even more interesting ones, even more headline grabbing ones. But also the fact that because we talked about Mahela Jayawardene's captaincy record in the IPL, it's probably the second worst after Kumar Sangakkara. Was that reaction from him in response to that?
You never know. And of course, it was Gujarat Titans and the Kolkata Knight Riders. We had a whole news segment just talking about that. This is the second time it's happened to me. But yeah, watch out for Kolkata Knight Riders and the Gujarat Titans tonight. Well, KK finally win a game of cricket, and will Rane's win record might just improve by a point maybe if they win tonight. So yeah, that is something to watch out for. Well, this is it for the week. We might not cover tonight's game because you will see us back on Monday morning at 8 a.m. So channel 2 Fidel living it up. Hopefully we see you guys on Monday chatting it up, chatting about the most god knows the
Random things, courtesy the
yes.
comment section as well.
Yeah, I didn't want to say random because I respect you guys for tuning in and for having a chat. But yeah, it is what it is. See you guys on Monday. See you guys at 8 a.m. at Wake Up Cricket powered by Pavilion Picks. It's been exciting. See you guys on Monday.